Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is noun phrase 362. The noun phrase today is a burger flipper. Okay, somebody wants a screenshot, do it right now. Let's get right to it. If a person says that someone is a burger flipper, it usually refers to someone who works in a fast food restaurant, especially as a cook. It tends to be a little derogatory, so a little negative, because it often implies one is an unskilled, unqualified, and often unmotivated, so not having a lot of ambition, unmotivated worker that may have a difficult time getting a better job. All right, let's continue. To be fair, it is often a first job for very young high school students or someone just entering the workforce. So for a high school student, this is one job you can get where you didn't have to have a job before. When you're filling out an application, if you really have no previous work experience, it's kind of okay. So that's why it's good as a starting job for a number of people. Let's continue. It is the type of job that could be used as a stepping stone just to show one had a job before. So even when you want to go on to a better job, sometimes the better jobs want to see that you at least did something. Even if it was just a burger flipper, at least you had a job. We know that you showed up for work. You were at least partly responsible. So sometimes they like to see something. So this sort of a job is good if you had absolutely nothing before, and it's good to put down as something on an application. Or sometimes retirees may accept that job as some part-time work to supplement income. Yeah, maybe they already have a pension or something. They just want a little more. Maybe they're bored too. They kind of want to do something. And they'd want a job that's not very stressful, one that they wouldn't care if they actually got fired from. Something like that, or that this is the type of job that they may get, and they don't want to work too hard, probably just part-time. And sometimes they're some of the best workers there too, because they do what they're supposed to do. They usually don't have an attitude. So so the retirees sometimes have this job as well. Let's continue. It is only considered to be a derogatory term if it is one's full-time career and one is not actively looking to learn other skills and advance to a better position. Because if you are doing that, then you're kind of using the job as a stepping stone. This is a way to make money while you're studying or learning this other school to move on. And it's not really derogatory in that sense. But if really you have no other ambition to try to move above this job, this is where it may be a little derogatory. Okay, let's continue. Because it is considered to be a dead-end job. All right, remember, I think I might have covered this before. If we say that something is a dead-end job, it's a job that has little to no chance of advancement. You might get a little bit of a raise, but it's not going to be very much. So it's a job that's kind of like going nowhere. So as we say, it's a dead end. You can't get out of it. You can't prosper from it. So that's why it kind of has a little bit of that negative feeling to it. Let's continue. Okay, good. It's a better position. The term derives from the fact that burger is simply a short form of hamburger, of course. And a flipper is someone who flips, as in using a spatula. When you're cooking or cooking eggs, you use that tool to turn over. That's called a spatula. To flip over a hamburger, which, of course, you have to do. You have to cook both sides of the hamburger. So you're a burger flipper. That's what you do. You're working probably in the kitchen at one of these fast food restaurants, flipping the burgers. And, of course, you cook a few other things as well. Let's continue. One can also use flip burgers as a verb phrase. So somebody could end up flipping burgers. So you could be a burger flipper, or you could end up flipping burgers. All right. And we got 4 examples to show just how this is used. Here's the first one. If you don't go to school to get more education or learn more skills, you're going to end up being a burger flipper. So this is the way we may hear it. Or number 2. When he was in college, he had a part-time job as a burger flipper. Yeah, again, especially high school students, college students, especially if you had no other job and you needed some money, part-time. It's very common for college students to have this job. And, most of the fast food restaurants know that they're probably not going to stay after they graduate. Let's continue. Number 3, most burger flippers usually earn minimum wage or slightly higher. So they usually start at whatever the lowest is that they can pay them. And, if they're there for a while, 6 months or a year, maybe they get really small increases, but not much. It's nothing that one wants to make a career out of. Let's continue. Okay, good. And number 4, unless you can stimulate your son to get more ambition, he is going to end up flipping burgers his whole life. So that's the way we might use it as a verb phrase too. Anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it was clear. I hope it was very informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.